Hey, what's up everybody? Coach Tom over here at Precision MMA. I got my buddies here today. We're gonna put some shine on Mr. David Heilers and Hector Molina. And David has been like a pain in my ass lately because he's got this stupid move that he does. I say that kind of jokingly, but kind of not, because really it's not supposed to work. Basically, he's letting people get full back control on him, high-level people, and he's catching them with an ankle lock when they have his back. So I'm gonna just let David explain the move, and hopefully I can learn as you guys do and get some little insight to what's happening here. Go ahead, my friend.
All right, so we end up in this position eventually, kind of comfortable here. So the first thing I do, because they're going for either a cowboy choke or a rear naked choke, first thing I want to do here is drop my hips, check my chin a little bit, and I roll over to this side. This is the side that they want. So in the midst of it,
can you go back half a step? So you're saying he wants to go this way in order to complete the rotation of the bow and arrow choke, correct?
Right.
So what Hector, like if Hector was up a little bit higher, sit up a little bit, and he's able to reach underneath here, and then he shifts his body off to the side, he creates this strong finishing choke. I mean, everybody knows that bow and arrows, and it's legit. I mean, that is a legit attack that David has to be concerned about here. So what you're saying is by going to that side, it kind of slows down his rotation underneath your body to complete that finish?
Right.
Is that what you're thinking?
right. So I'm protecting the chin here, going to that side, block his submission. So in the midst of it, drop my hips a little bit, and to keep, he'll eventually sink his hook in out of here. Depending on where this foot is, I can either extend it there, and if it doesn't work, I'll bring my other leg around under the ankle or next to it. I like them both, and just lift my hips from
So
there.
can we go back and explore that angle? Can you go right back to where you just were a sec?
Okay. So here.
So most of the time when I've seen you do this live, this isn't from like a double ankle configuration. Their foot's on the hip here. They're maybe I've even seen you get it to where your arm is completely locked out.
Right,
like this.
They think they cancel out one arm, that leaves you with this one. And it also helps with this one being out of the way because they have one hook, so I can't escape. So,
And move your uniform out of the way here, so you can see the heel
so
explosion.
from here, depending on how deep the toe is, will depend on where I need to put my other thigh. So if I can get his toe a little bit deeper, I can do almost like a triangle setup, like a figure four underneath his heel. I like to go next to it, just pinch, and then lift. So
Can you explain? So where are you feeling the pressure, Hector? How does it feel on your ankle?
Feel it right here on his ankle. And the nerve is starting to come up. It's starting to shock your nerve. It's in your leg.
And if his foot is more like in a pointed position or a relaxed
if
position,
it's foot more in a relaxed position, then it kind of I have to make him work a little bit more, because right now he's focused on trying to finish up here. He's not so concerned about his feet. However, he doesn't want me too far out here.
so a relaxed foot allows you more access to just a traditional escape where you're just getting your hips free.
right.
I got you.
So it's his effort in trying to block me. So that's when I capitalize on that. I either bring it under or over. Under works good as long as his foot's deep, you know, because you can.
What's the drawback to the under position?
If his foot's not that deep, say he's just the tip of his toes are in there and I'm trying to finish it, depending on where we're set up at, he can try and pull his foot out.
I got you.
So I like to have it as deep as I can.
So you're more like the middle of his foot with your calf.
So
And you're using a hamstring curl to kind of pinch the top of the toes in.
Right.
Got you.
So I like to get as deep as, almost the same concept as if he has his guard closed, except just one foot. So I address it the same way.
In this case, you're actually covering the heel with your top side thigh.
Right. I like to be on top of it because that way he can't twist it or pull it, because it's actually blocking his Achilles as well.
So my other question, so let's say we're in this last position that you just showed. Is the mechanic more from an extension of this bottom leg, or is it a hip drive? What's happening to break the foot? Because it looks like we're trying to do kind of this action with the heel. As the toes go down, the heel's coming this way. Am I following you correctly?
So the first thing I'm doing is I'm applying pressure to the toes to make it twist, and then I'm extending my hip. So if I have him too straight, that still doesn't, it makes me work harder if I don't add a little pressure to his toes, because it actually makes his heel turn. And right there, it's already pressure. And then from there, just add a little hip to it right there.
So other than the braking mechanic, which is excellent, Can you, because one of the intriguing things to me is like you're able to survive the back control for a long time. Like we'll set like on a longer round, I've seen you there 5-6 minutes with the guy on your back.
So
And you're I guess first and foremost, like if you're not able to stay comfortable in, fending off these collar chokes and rear naked chokes and arm locks, you're probably not going to have the opportunity to hunt for this eventually.
Right.
It's almost like a war of attrition where you're very confident in your position, even though it's not supposed to be a great position in jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You're like not too fearful of it.
Not at all, because the first thing I see when anybody goes, they take your back, and the first thing they do is they have a seatbelt grip, and they're always going to go for your collar. So the first thing I do is I try to protect my chin a little bit and drop my hips immediately. So if they're set up the cowboy truck, a lot of times they'll want to put in that hook there. So you already have that there. If you can capitalize on it right away, it's there. So they'll already be ready to apply a submission, and you already have their ankle locked.
And if for some reason it's not immediately available, you're just in the center chest position, not letting them complete that rotation.
Right.
And ready to defend armbar also, like if they're transitioning into armbar.
So they'll get a little impatient because they want it that bad. So I'll let them scramble a little bit. If I'm here, they don't do it, then I'll switch sides and I'll try to escape. And then they'll put that hook in because I'm trying to escape.
Can you see the opposite side? So now you're catching the opposite side.
Right.
So you can get a high side or low side, doesn't it?
Correct. From there.
So in either case, you're basically looking to put your hip weight on top of one side. So you're picking one side or the other, and it's the low side that's the one that's getting attacked.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Well, I have to say, like, you make me want to blow my brains out when I see you catch people with that. But props, man. Thank you, Hector, for being a good sport. All right, guys, try it out. Leave some comments. See if it works or if it doesn't work. Appreciate you watching the video.